I kind of just want to get this show on the road. How about you? I normally do like 5 minutes of intro, but I am feeling good today. I had a decent day at work. I am not as tired as I normally am when I get home from work. So I say let's just get this party started. Let's get this party started in here. Hi, HS, Coco, Christy, Puffy. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I need to open my Ramune real quick before we get started. I got some of these for my birthday. I gotta open it with the marble top. Whoop! I thought it was about to bubble over. Okay, eat safely. Yes, this one is lychee flavored, I believe, yes. I also have a cherry Pop-Tart. Okay. Let me know how audio is, of course, as we get going here. If you hear TV echo or anything, just let me know. Okay, March 22nd. 5:24 p.m. Wright and Cola offices. Stigmaya! I'm actually going to close my door real quick. Stigmaya! Stigmaya! There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore! Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. On Guard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going.
You're right. Mystic Maya's in much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So, hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Hello, how are you? Today was my eye break day. Holding my Switch hurts my eyes more than my computer, which I unfortunately have to use every day. Yeah, I understand.
Mr. Scruffy Detective?
Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearls' book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. But we're kind of busy right now. He's huffing and puffing. He must have run all the way here. I love him so much. So, what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? Hi, Nicole. I don't have anything coming in at all till my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. I am okay with that. I am okay with that. Gumshoe can definitely come work with me. Say what? You'll be searching for things that'll prove Mr. On Guard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. You gonna cook for me, buddy? You're hired. I'll take care of it all.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Heck yes, I love me some instant noodles. Hi, Susan. Gumshoe for the job. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
He said that? That's horrible.
But because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony, I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to... No, I mean, almost need to frame Mr. On Guard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie per se, it just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. You're eating mashed patates? I hope they're delicious. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Yeah, how's Franny? Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you gonna visit her, pal? No, well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? It has never been the question. The question has never been, does Phoenix have the heart? I bought a Street Fighter AA crossover shirt for myself for Valentine's Day and I'm pumped. Oh, sweet! That sounds so fun. She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. No. How about no? You've listened too closely to what?
Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick.
No! No! No, I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh, yeah, the Hottie Clinic. Oh, not that place. We know that place. Not that place. Oh, it's fine. I'll forget. Okay. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Should I show him things? I don't remember all the things I've shown him, so... Have you heard anything from the kidnapper? No, not yet. I'm sure once he hears what happened at the trial today, he'll call, pal. But remember, you can't provoke him when you get to talk to him. The Hottie Clinic. It's really not that great. It's not as great as that sounds. I promise you. There are no hotties, true. It sounds so great, though. I promise you, it's not. When I saw that button, I thought to myself, this is gonna prove Mr. Engard's guilty. But it looks like there was a lot more to it than I thought, huh, pal? You're a pro. You should know better than to say something like that. Well, I'm not a cop anymore, just a regular helper around the office now, so... I wonder if he misses working down at the precinct. I love Gumshoe so much. He's genuinely my favorite. I just enjoy all the conversations with him. He's got such a, like, sweet, like, heart. Who would have thought that this knife Mr. Engard used to eat his dinner steak with? Go on. That it would be stabbed into the victim's body by Miss Andrews of all people. I guess she just hated the victim that much, huh, pal? The question is isn't why she hated the victim to that extent, but rather why she tried to pin the murder on Mr. Engard.
I wonder if she really hates Mr. Engard.
So this nickel samurai was actually Miss Andrews, huh? Yeah, this is either when she went to Mr. Engard's room to get the knife, or when she was done with the foul deed, but I guess we'll never know. Is she alright? Her wound isn't that bad. Well, the gunshot wound, anyway. But the wound to her pride? Now that's a different story, pal. The wound to her pride? Well, until now, she's always upheld the Von Karma creed. But since she came here, well, you've been giving her pride quite a beating, pal. Oh. I mean, she may act all grown up, but she's really still just an 18-year-old. Quite frankly, I worry about her, pal. Gumshoe is my age. Sorry. That's the first time I've seen that side of Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Forcing people to say what he wants them to during testimony. I want to know what in the world happened to him all the time he's been gone. Could you please... Okay. Just all the more reason to be besties. Yeah. He's the best. I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know who Juan Carita and Matt Engard are. Juan Carita, though, he was always desperately trying to be better than Matt Engard. He does give some Labrador energy, I can see that. I can't believe it. Maya getting kidnapped all because of this guy. I mean, what kind of person is the real murderer anyway?
Maybe they're a big fan of Mr. Engard.
But the kidnapper's voice, he sounded like an old man to me. Okay, well now I know how to do the voice. My impression of her has totally changed, pal. So where is she right now? I'm sure she's being questioned down at the precinct. At the very least about messing with the body and obstructing the investigation. And she'll probably be staying over at the detention center. The detention center, huh? She was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. Because of the suicide of the mentor she depended on, Adrian Andrews tried to follow her in an attempted suicide. Now the question is, who is Miss Andrews relying on now? Yes, this is the last case of the second game, I believe. Unless there's 5 cases. I don't know. Alright, well, it seems like we have a lot of people to go talk to, so... Okay, so this is the last case of this game. Okay. From what the guard told me, it sounds like along with Mr. Engard, Miss Andrews is also being detained here. 5 in the next one, then 455. Okay.
Then we should talk with them since we're here.
Yeah, but both of them are still in questioning.
And we don't have time to waste.
Yeah, visiting hours are almost over.
Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another.
They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. They surprised me with another case when I thought I'd finished the first one, and then I stopped playing because I was kind of annoyed. I thought I had won. You win every case! Recipe for Turnabout should be skippable. Is that in the third game? Trials and Turnabouts or whatever it's called. Trials and Tribulations. I don't know. Trials and Tribulations, right? That's the third game. Hey, hurry up with that, will you? Pass that victims list around. Is it better or worse than Turnabout Big Top? Because... Yikes. Oh, it's your least favorite case of all time. Worse than Big Top Turnabout. Or Turnabout Big Top. I don't know the name. The one with Max. It's better than Big Top. So Big Top is your least favorite. I'm confused. But, okay. You gotta be kidding. There's over 100 people on here.
Mr. Nick, is Mr. Engard really that big and bad of a criminal?
Oh, no, I said that wrong. Oh, okay. It's worse than Big Top. Big Top is better. Okay, I see. Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. I want to go to the clinic. That's okay. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Me too. I don't want to talk to him. Yes, are you here on a visit of patient? Hi. Wait a second, you're... yes, I'm Director Hottie Ho. Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie. Oh, hi, I didn't know who's talking. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm Director Hardy. Ho ho. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes, what is it? Director? Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes, he. Yes, and that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes, her opponent was a gun after all. And when I snuck up on her real secret-like, she would scream really loud. Yes. He literally makes my skin crawl. I see. But she's really cute, too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip, Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it.
Go back to your room.
You're so mean, So mean, my frisky Friska. But that's good. Okay. Yes, it's time for my IV drops. Yes.
And what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I know I shouldn't have come here. I was being nice to you.
I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I get shot every other day. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you.
There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know.
Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding. One has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case.
It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. On Guard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal?
You're denying it?
It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
That isn't my problem. Whether she had tampered with the evidence or not, I have only one objective, to find On Guard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. That's not true.
That's bad advice. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then On Guard will be found guilty.
What does that have to do with me?
Okay, Nicole, thanks for popping in. Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all.
But you had to know she was...
Ow! I think visiting hours are about over. So if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why'd she suddenly cut you off?
Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth? What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand in there. I don't know that song, so I guess I'll make one up. Hang on, I have to come up with something now. I'm gonna make up a song on the fly. At least a couple lines. Gosh dang it. My brain is so blank. Love is in the air over there at the Hardy Clinic. I don't know where I'm going. In there he, I don't know, I'm talking like Francisca. In there, he kind of stares at all the girlies, 'cause he's creepy. And I don't like him. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. That's terrible. Moving on. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. I'm sorry. That was terrible. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness. That card. Give it to me. Hurry. Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This. I can't believe you hid this from me all the time. That card. What in the world is it? I feel like Edgeworth's outfit is... It's gotta be miserable in the summer. Miserable. You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. Okay, Pearls, listen up. Welcome back. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelly the Killer. What's his name? Shelly? Shelly the Killer? The Killer? Shelly the Killer. That's the guy from the walkie-talkie. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that. An assassin. So who is this Shelly the Killer? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins.
Long-standing?
The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the De Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them? He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. So, oh! Hold up! Hold up! Didn't Adrian say she was given that card? What if she wasn't given the card? What if she found it? I don't remember. Did she say she found it in the room near Juan, or did she say she was given it? I don't remember. I don't recall. There is an AA shirt with "Let the Parrot Take the Stand." I almost bought it. Why is an 8-year-old listening to this conversation?
Why would he do something like that?
She found it in the room. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that's what she said at the trial yesterday, right? We think it's a part of his duty to his client. So Juan might have been assassined. Assassed. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Shelly the Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? Are we about to just tell him what's going on? I mean, I think, honestly, I feel like if Gumshoe knows, so should, like, the judge and Miles and, like, Francisca, potentially. Like, I feel like those people should know. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal? I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Why can't we just say, oh my gosh, thank you. I would love to have the help in getting Maya back safely. There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right? Listen, you need to know something. Juan Carrito was killed by Shelly the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Ongard. Your own client. What? Huh? I need to light my candle. Oh, you want to see the candle I got for my birthday, guys? Do you know what the scent is? It's Fruity Pebbles. It's not the fluorescence? No. I get off Maya, she gonna need it. Oh, no! Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you'll need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they'll let you enter. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Ongard hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psyche lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please, all I ask is you make it home safe and sound. Let's tamper with evidence. Sure. I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Oh, yike! Yes, hi, Terror. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Did I already look at everything in here? What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. Okay. Let's be thorough. Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now, where's the power button? Phooey, it's busted. Committing crimes is so in Ace Attorney land. Yeah, and also in Nancy Drew land. Speaking of Nancy Drew, I'm wearing my Blackmore shirt. You just can't see it because of my thing. My Blackmore mana. I was saying Nick was gonna mess up the crime scene. I would so die a Happy Samurai fan if I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here, but what is an antenna doing here? like, big t-shirts can be comfy sometimes. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat, there goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, with love, Celeste Impacts. I bet this could be a clue. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something? The files are in the computer! It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes, all of them. Just what kind of room is this? I don't know, but we got a doggy door. Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. I'm gonna make this guy have a British accent. Ah! It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean... Dead men tell no tales is how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. No way, you're lying. I mean an assassin. People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! Why are we back here? Oh, we never left.
Mr. Nick?
Hmm? Oh yes, Pearls. Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation.
Mr. Edgeworth is left, you know.
I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Engard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
It's okay, Maya, you're not a man. Dead men tell no tales, but what about dead girlies? Oh yeah, do you know any about this card? Card? Edgeworth, for some reason, went pale the instant he saw this card. Hey, I know what this is, pal. You do? No matter what way you look at it, I'd say it's a picture of a shell. That's it? Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Edgeworth really likes those cooked snail things. What are they called again? Escargot or something like that?
Mr. Nick, I think we just solved the mystery of why Mr. Edgeworth's face turned pale, right?
As I suspected, Gumshoe has no clue.
Aw.
I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt on guard. Here you are.
What did he write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Okay, well, we can go into his house.
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach's growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Do I have to go back to the law office? How do I get there? Hello? Oh. Please don't be Wendy. Please don't be here.
All All right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
I don't know who's here. I'm gonna assume it's Wendy.
You shall not pass!
Yep. Have you seen that Aaron and Danny are currently playing this game too? I sure did. I started watching it. I'll stop, obviously, if they get to where I am, because obviously I don't want spoilers. But yes, I watched the first couple episodes. I always like watching the Grumps play things. I think they're funny. This old bag.
Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed pettifogger. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. But what I really wanted something more valuable. I wanted Edgy Poo's heart. It's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beast inside of this old bag. Ah! Miss Old Bag. Keep your hands off of me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out.
Then why do you keep putting it on?
Don't you think you can get me to move with silly questions?
Okay, cool.
You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this.
Ha! You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna get any investigating done is to first do something about this kooky alien. Oh gosh, dang it. Alright, I think I got a show or something, huh? Oh! This is why he gave us this. I'm dumb. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at—
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of— Edgy Poo?
Ugh. Is that her perfume? Pheromone d'amour I smell?
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly? Danny did like to point out, yo, Maya is a short channeler on the loose, so she's a small medium at large.
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand? I just thought it's something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
Good lord. She was hoarding the perfume in her helmet. Okay, be safe.
It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
That may be, but you know nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay.
What? What now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into On Guard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team's gonna be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating to kill her.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag.
Great. Is there anything out here? I'm gonna... This is where I'm trying to go. Okay. Then I'll go back to the hotel.
I'll go turn on a light.
Well, that looks dangerous. Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick, let's find Shoo the kitty cat. Shoo!
So I guess this is Shu. Oh my gosh, Shu is adorable. Oh my gosh.
Ah, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shu.
Cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. I like Missile. Are you talking about Ghost Trick Missile? Oh, I don't remember AA Missile. Okay. Ghost Trick Missile is a blessing on this earth. May I help you with something, Mr. Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Onguard's lawyer. The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Wright. This man's an assassin! This man is an assassin. He's an assassin. He also has a stitch all the way down his face, which makes me think, my headcanon is that that's not his real face. And he could go and show his real face. Yeah, hi Timo, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. So hang on a minute. This still doesn't make sense. Because if Matt has a butler, he wouldn't ask Phoenix to go over to his house. This is a setup. This is a setup. This is a setup. It's a setup. Oh, it's a setup. It's a setup. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Onguard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master of his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. I would have thought Mr. Onguard the kind to have a maid over a butler. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master would rather fancy Shu. And, anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well, then I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Ah, so young and yet already so accomplished, a master of law. But there's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Well, hot diggity dang, you don't say! Now, if you'll excuse me. Phoenix is kind of silly dumb sometimes. I mean, I like him. I like Phoenix. Affectionately. He's just a little dense. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? Ugh, what is with me and feeling inferior today?
Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here.
That's actually a fireplace.
How are they different, Mr. Nick?
You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it.
You should come and visit Faye Manor then. I'll show you one when you do.
I've been there, in case you have forgotten, ma'am.
A giant bicycle's flying through the air!
That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own.
Really? Wow!
But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly.
Oh, that's too bad.
There's another door over there.
You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick.
Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. Look, the door is just like the one... Maya's through that door. Maya's through that door. That's the door. That's the door she's in.
There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
I bet it's for Mr. OnGuard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean Shoo?
The door, it's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering. I got so scared. Oh. I'm sorry for screaming. I'm sorry for screaming. I got really scared. Hi, Holland. Yes, they still work. Oh, my heart. Ooh, boy.
There are masks here.
Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo Old Tokyo. I'm fine now.
Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. Thanks, Coco. I want to break that door down, but I know I can't yet. Okay, let's see. Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet the hotel seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Yes, links are fine.
Hey, city boy.
Lotta, you're still here? Reckon course!
An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen? But do you have a camera? Wreck given! Photographers gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
Can't you drop that thief thing already? I want to ask you about the night of the murder.
What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got?
Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but...
Brace yourself, Phoenix, here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too.
Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night.
The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either.
I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So, about the note that was inside your camera case.
Oh, that ditty I wrote?
Yeah, can I believe what you've written?
You mean the stuff about OnGuard shoving his manager lady onto Karita?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I reckon you're the best not be believing that.
What?
Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind?
Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull-dooders. Bull-dooders?
Hot dang, if that don't beat off. I've read every single book that gal's ever written.
Thank you. 71 months of subbing. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Oh, my baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me.
Well, that's kind of how it is.
Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? So let me put in a few good words. Put in a few good words for me and get me back my camera.
You want me to do what?
Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Kiki and Chamomile. Why don't you do your own dirty work?
Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going.
A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself out there. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, Lillian.
That don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written.
What an old multi-sub this is.
Thank you so much for 63 months of subbing. Gigi is one of my favorite Ghibli characters, so I might as well be Kiki. Keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.
Don't be picky about your food now.
Okay.
And make sure you do all your homework, you hear?
Okay.
And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you just please leave already?
Mr. Nick?
What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? She's got medium homework. Sure. I
I hate evil ghosts.
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon?
Excuse me, watch who you calling a demon, brat.
Zoinks! Zoinks? Phoenix just said zoinks? Zoinks! It's the alien.
Who you calling an alien?
Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here?
What's wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me.
Why are you here? Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. With that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it. Now, hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, all right.
Now I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Kareem.
You could be a part-time model. You probably still have to keep it on the job.
Part-time model.
Spending part-time modeling.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for the song and the bits. The bits are not required. I will say that every time.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book.
But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Ongard.
Well...
Oh, thank you for 100 more bits. Asian. Aren't. Huh?
That's just a recent thing, bad luck and all that, you know. But he was gonna become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents.
Hold up. Another connection just clicked in my brain. Oh, that's okay. So, all these bears look a lot like the bear in that room that Maya is in, which I'm pretty sure is the bear in Matt Ongard's house. I'm so confused.
It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him.
Is that the fish from Wind Waker talking? Yes, it is, obviously. Yep.
Dang, if that don't beat all.
Oh!
I've read every single book that gal's ever written.
Oh!
Yay.
Yay! Thank you for 67 months of subbing. I appreciate it. The mountain's pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick,
What is it, Pearls?
the presents, they're all bears, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Kurita's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Bears? Why bears? You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out down by a river going, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too.
Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, bub.
What a load of crap.
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears.
I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock.
What is that infernal racket?
It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya? How is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good.
No, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
One more day, please. All I ask for is one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else after all. Please, please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Can we just throw Old Bag in jail and roll the credits? I am 100% for that. Alright, then. A little... What is with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems... bad. And hello. Whack, Frost. I hope you're doing well. Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Do we know any of those? The sooner the better. She's clearly from space, clearly. Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice, thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops, look like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've got to be kidding, and here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. This. Transceiver.
Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing.
What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal. When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh?
Maybe it fixed itself?
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? Oh yeah, do you know about this card? Oh, this is the shell thing. Okay, we already talked to him about this. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh, yes, the TV does do that. So that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened, there's got to be something there that sends out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Karita's room, the scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Oh, wait, Gumshoe. Oh, yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah! I love Gumshoe.
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. We're going to the hotel. We're going to the hotel. We're going back to the room. We're going back to the room. To the hallway. To the room. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one. Just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. So this thing's 25 years old. Cool. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity, so it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? Getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're gonna find it, right?
Right. Now first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough looky-see, pal. Stinking feeling there. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press the A button to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm going to go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Lamp check. Listening device? Nope.
There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick?
Yeah.
And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful?
Yeah. I'll be more conscientious from now on. Cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here.
A cell phone?
What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. A lot of lamps means a lot of light switches, which means mid.
I'm sorry, I've never seen one before.
Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Korean Village, and Pearls has never lived outside of that village, so, well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one.
The radio is on and playing something. Oh, it's Kid's Question Corner. Professor, why is the Earth round? Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick?
Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? I really don't think the listening device is in the TV of all places.
Looks like the TV was left on and now it's showing an old samurai movie.
Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies as well as domestic ones.
You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to study Japanese.
I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. Okay, be safe. Lamp check. Listening device, okay. Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say, but let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here.
Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe.
So, is there a listening device in there?
No. I really thought it had to be in the phone, too. It's a plain old calculator.
It says 50 on it. Maybe he was calculating his allowance?
A whole 50 cents? Maybe if he was a spirit medium.
Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here.
Looks like it's been on keep warm all this time since the murder.
Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says gotta keep the trail and crime scene warm.
I think the keep warm in that case is a little more metaphorical. Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock.
What's wrong? Why do you look troubled?
I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago.
Oh.
Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here.
What's this? It sort of looks like a hot water pot, but...
Oh, well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out.
Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of?
I don't think there's anything like that, Pearls. Sorry.
Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device.
This is a refrigerator, right?
I really don't think the listening device is in something like this.
Because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right?
Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices? There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh?
What's a notebook computer?
Do you know what a notebook is?
Yes, it's a small book with paper you can write on, so?
Well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop.
Mr. Nick, what's a laptop?
It's the TV's remote control, but it doesn't look like there's the listening devices in here.
So I was thinking, I wonder if a TV remote works on other things like, could I make you change your expressions like TV channels? Zap!
Hey! But if I could, oh, the people I would give the old mute button to. Well, I don't think it's gonna work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay?
Okay. What's this?
It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo.
Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick?
That's what it seems like.
But I want to grow bigger and bigger.
Well, eating only vegetables isn't gonna help you there. You have to eat meat, too. Yo, I don't even know. What have I missed?
What's this? It sort of looks like a hot water...
Oh, that's the same thing. I thought we were just talking about the bear thing on top. Gumshoe, your thing is junk.
Oh, if you use it next to a TV, it'll make the screen look all weird, right?
Yeah.
And when that happens, it's called electromagnetic interference, right?
Hey, good memory, Pearls.
I will never forget it for the rest of my life. Ah, what a lovely bear.
This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots.
It's a robot. It's a real robot?
Yeah, it's a real one.
Mr. Nick,
Yes?
how many horsepowers is it? How many horsies?
Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, I'm confused. I don't... Oh. Well, the listening device isn't in the air conditioner.
Ah, yuck, this air filter is covered in dust and dirt.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Nick, let's wash it.
Wonder if being a neat freak makes even the tiniest dust bunny look colossal.
What?
Oh, nothing. Something is like starting to go off over here.
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I have ever seen.
Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean.
No, not yet, but this bear's eyes.
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we got.
No, you can't. Such a violent act.
Oof.
No!
It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. A what a miter? Mitter? A transmitter, pal.
Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff?
Welcome to the big blue house. Welcome to the big blue house. So this tiny thing's a camera. Yup, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera used mostly in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. Tape recorder with the tape inside is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder.
So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right. So what's a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time?
Yep, let's see. This looks like it was about to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape. What? Bing!
G-U-M-S-H-O-E-E-E. Happy Monday.
G-U-M-S-H-O-E-E-E. Happy Monday to you too. Thank you so much for subbing for 27 months. Coley, I hope you're doing well. If you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
So there was a camera in this bear's eye, and it was
Disguised as a present. Now I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Carita this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Oh.
Is there really no way to find out? I got it. What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go around to electronic shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. There was a late night evac here, so I had to leave. Oh, is everything okay? That's scary. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
He's gone.
Yeah,
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man.
you're right, Pearl. He is a very nice man.
He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
Someone just pulling an alarm or burning a microwave. Oh, okay. It's a mystery how you always manage to do... I'm gonna assume this is Francisca.
It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right?
Ugh. Oh, just kidding. It was not Francisca. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time. I see, thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You're one lucky man, right? Do you know what this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. Miles, the German-British Jersey man. I didn't know what was happening. I have to tell you, Matt and I finally watched the second part / the entirety of Hamilton. Okay, what did you think? What did you think? It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrained Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere, however, this bear is different. It's so good, I know. I love Hamilton so much. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. Hang on, so Miles is gonna pick up this giant stuffed bear and just carry him out? I'm sure you have other things you have to do. See you soon, right? It's still there. Wait. What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Carita? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. He's just dragging a giant bear behind. I mean, Nancy would. True. Juan Carita's real killer. Miss Andrews' past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is acquittal for Mr. On Guard. And this card. Shelley the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth, but as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Okay.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
So the real person who killed Mr. Carita was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever the client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why would she go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be.
Matt On Guard himself?
If Mr. On Guard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all.
Oh, that's Phoenix talking now. Then he's not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. On Guard, right? I mean, when we first talked to him...
Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Carita? Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Carita, okay? I didn't see any psyche locks at the time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right, you didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Mr. On Guard's secret? What is this secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Carita was going to reveal this secret. That means... Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Carita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no way around it now. Alright, well, let's go.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already, but we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Carita held about Mr. On Guard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
Oh, one sec. Oh my gosh. This is perfect. Where did you find this? I love that the eye has just been like stuck farther down the cheek, it looks like. I don't know what's happening actually, but that's really funny. I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls, don't you worry. from Gummy ripping out the device. Yeah, that's what I figured. Hey, wait.
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made?
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgypoo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks. Bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reasons for getting close to Mr. Kurita.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager, who are you talking about? You don't know that manager woman Juan had? It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl, she was supposed to get married, you know?
Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl, Celeste, killed herself 3 days after their marriage. That girl, Celeste, killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the...
Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, the manager Celeste killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Interesting. So, if that is true, which it might not be, but if that's true, Celeste and Juan are engaged. 3 days, they make the announcement. 3 days later, Juan calls off the engagement. She kills herself. Then Adrian decides that in order to get more information about her mentor's suicide, she's going to pretend to date the man that her mentor almost married? That makes it even weirder. I don't understand. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. So can I go back to Matt's room? Looks like no one's around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches on his face. Okay, so, see? You're not the only one who doesn't. Who doesn't what? I don't remember what I said. My new phone has learned in love horses. See, okay, so I'm not the only person who noticed the stitches on his face as significant.
Shoo! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo?
Oh, okay, I understand.
Hee hee, come on, let's play.
I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for, a real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the On Guard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Alright. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Carita was killed by an assassin and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt On Guard. What's wrong? Mr. On Guard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Just so you know, you can hear both. Oh, like it's echoing? I'll cut it down. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Oh, okay. I can hear both stories. I understand what you're saying. I thought you were saying you could hear the game and then the game again in my mic. For some reason, that's what I thought you were saying. The game presents it like you have to pick one person over the other, but you can hear both. Okay, okay. I heard about it. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Of course. 5! I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Psyche locks. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? All I need is a yes or no from the chat. Do I have everything I need to get through those psyche locks right now? $5 footlong. Did you know about Mr. Carita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you I don't care what Juan did with his life? No, I do not. Okay. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Carita. Her mentor was Mr. Carita's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it kind of like pea, like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? Got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off of this topic and talk about something else, okay? He literally has never talked to me about, like, anything. Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impax's suicide in some way? Signature item was a guitar. Huh. I mean, dude, what kind of ninja carries a guitar? I'm not someone who would know. Dude, it's just such a kid thing to do. I mean, just my opinion and all. Isn't your show a kid's show too? He was a little bit of a talentless hack when he was alive. That's such a disrespectful thing to say. But who knew he could play dead so well, wouldn't you agree? Well, that's because he really is dead. And quite pitifully indeed, yes? Do you have any ideas at all, even the slightest clue? Huh? What? Me?
I couldn't find dead so well with your grey and your Apple music.
Shut up. Don't be silly, Mr. Lawyer, dude. How am I supposed to know something like that? Mr. On Guard. Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all, but I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything. What do you mean by that? It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. About this.
Mr. Nick, you can't.
Huh?
Miss Andrews said she doesn't want anyone to know about that, remember?
What's that? Oh, this? Nothing. It's nothing. What's wrong, dude? Oh, so about this picture card. Have you ever seen this before? Nope, never saw it before in my life, dude. I don't think he's lying, or is he? And again, he looked like he gasped just now. Maybe I'm seeing things? Okay, I hope you get some good rest, Susan. Take care of yourself. About this person.
He's your butler, Mr. Doe, right? We met him at your mansion.
Oh, yes, that's right. He's a pretty cool dude who can do lots of things. He takes real good care of me. Then why did you send us to your house? Dude, I know. Okay. I am getting the weirdest feelings about him. I don't get it. Why would she want to frame me? I mean, I never done anything to her, dude. I'm starting to get tired. Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers!
What happened? Why are you here?
You know, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, and all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole stuff in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet, but it sounds like I just saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it? When I was in the 3rd grade and really into a series of unfortunate events, your reading streams really helped me read them, so thank you for that. Hello! Hi, Tanner Tanny. I hope you're having a great night. Thanks for joining us live, and thank you for listening to those years-old read streams now. Wow. Can you guys believe that I'm like 3 months away from my 8-year streaming anniversary? Isn't that crazy?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya and myself are your only 2 allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch! I don't really have a lot of friends. No, we have Gumshoe. This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been a kind of player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game, to justify himself.
What? How horrible. That's unforgivable.
It has flown, for sure. I genuinely still remember my first stream like it was yesterday. Ow, sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him?
His manager, you know, Miss Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
I guess Miles carrying a giant bear all over the place. Oh, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities and their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that image, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impax? We heard something about how her wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Did Phoenix forget Will has a crush? Yeah, he must have. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
I don't remember my first stream, but I know it was Mario Maker. That's okay. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita.
Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man.
A truly insidious man? Does she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be the reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
Back in 2015, hypees, that's crazy.
Mine was Waverly with no background. It was 3.5 hours and I said balloon spoon and knees caps. If only stream was kept. Aww.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. OnGuard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the 2 of them to tell me everything. Alright.
I'm gonna talk to Adrian and then I'm gonna call it.
Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. OnGuard. I'd like to ask you about Matt OnGuard if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean... You seem to bear a lot of resentment toward Mr. OnGuard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager?
V didn't deal with me until 2017 in my attempt at Emerald Nuzlocking. Those were great streams, though. I remember them very fondly.
And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case, nothing. About Miss Celeste Impax. I had finally put her death behind me,
And now thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide, and it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it. You wanted to burn it, but why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent toward Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Engard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
First V stream was Stay Tuned for Danger. That was the first one you saw of mine, but my first stream was Secrets Can Kill Remastered. I got to go now, but thank you for everything you do and have a great day. Thank you, you too. Hopefully I'll see you again. Feel free to pop by again if you get the chance. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Oh, okay, yeah, the first one I saw. Yeah, you've been around since basically the beginning. Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please tell me why you did what you did. Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
You're welcome. Psyche lock, huh? Just one? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But...
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Okay. Do I have what I need to do the psyche lock on Adrian? Yes or no? I think it's probably this, but okay. I'm gonna try. First I'm gonna save. I haven't saved it all, actually. Yeah, you can double check and just tell me if I'm good to continue. Dang, living that dangerous life, not saving, I know. Living la vida coco. Yes. You can see the court record. I have these things. And I have these things. I am missing something. Okay. Oops. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Engard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. I'm gonna go back. Okay. This is where I am gonna save, though, and call it for the night. Okay. Got a little more done. I know I'm the world's slowest streamer, game player in general, so not surprised that I didn't make it to the end of this, but, you know, it is what it is. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and I hope that everybody's Monday was as delightful as Monday can be. Please take care of yourselves. Real quick, I'm just gonna pop and see if there's anybody that I want to raid. Nope, I'm good. All right, well, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Challenge accepted. I'll be even slower. Okay, nice. Hi, bye, CJ. You're welcome for streaming. You guys take care of yourselves. I hopefully will see you again soon. Bye-bye.